feel kind of bad. I've been neglecting some of my buddies lately. So I thought I'd try to catch up on some things, find out how they're doing, how they're coming along with all their projects. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, how's my buddy doing with, the reinvention of the Holly carburetor? Has he finally done it? It's been put on an engine and run, dyno tested, to show all his modifications to a Holly is something that Holly engineers have never been able to do, would have never been able to do. I wonder if he's related to Room 222 Ford LTD. Maybe he's in that same family tree, with all their ingenuity that nobody else has. Just curious. How's my other buddy doing with that Ford 6-cylinder head? Keeps cutting up to show off his welding skills, put it back together. Is it still too cold for him to be working on it in a garage? Yeah, I don't want to say nothing, but man, too cold. Like I mentioned, well, we worked in the fucking cold, man. My father didn't have a garage. Everything was in a driveway. Occasionally, I'd get to use one of the stalls when it wasn't in there with customers' cars being tied up in my buddy Paul's service center. Get it up on the lift and shit. But a lot of time, most of the time, man, it was done in the driveway with jack stands. One time, when I was putting that 427 together for my last car, the 79 Z28, that never went to a track. At that point, I didn't want to be going up to New Hampshire, going down to Jersey, English. So, I was just having fun with it around on the street. And I had that OS6 454 with a bad crank. I found a crank out of an L78 396, had it freshened up. My friend Ray's machine shop, and got that in, Oh, and by the way, it was cold as a motherfucker. One of my friends had a big piece of fucking canvas. They used to cover something. We took that fucking canvas, took a piece of wood, made like a fucking tent over the engine compartment, and got a little fucking propane heater, stuck in there. It wasn't really warm, just enough to keep our fingers from getting fucking frostbite, and worked on that engine. Once I got the crank back in the machine shop and everything was there, get it back together and running. And it happened in less than a week in the fucking cold. Hey, Sanford, man. Come on, man. Sanford once said on a yak session that he put a cam in a friend's car. Check this out. He said this. Put a cam in a friend's car. Not only was it cold in the winter, it was at night, and it was in the middle of a raging snowstorm. And it gets even better. He did it while he was holding his kid that was a baby under one arm, because he had to be watching his kid at the same time. So he had his kid out in the fucking snowstorm at night in the freezing cold, holding the kid under one of his arms, and only had one arm and one hand to work to put a cam in a car. How about that shit, huh? It was too cold in your garage to do something with that Ford 6-cylinder head. Come on, guy, you got to step up to the plate. You got to play with the big boys here. Heard the Crypt Keeper's dicking around with a 2-barrel carburetor because he's trying to rejuvenate some interest to get some views to make some fucking money. Now that guy in Florida's fucking around with heads again. Sandy ain't doing shit. Oh, Sandy is doing shit. Heard now he's selling t-shirts with a picture of his truck on it. Yeah. I bet you want one, don't you? Oh, yeah. Oh, and I heard he whined like a little fucking bitch for 10 or 15 minutes about copyright. He got hit with a copyright tag and he fucking whined like a little fucking bitch. Hey, I've been hit with copyrights. In my case, through the music. That music playing in the background there. No, it's on the radio. It's from public airwaves. Whatever they, They even mentioned it. I said, what the fuck's up with this, man? I kind of laughed about it. They're going to do what they're going to do, They even tagged what was going to be my official YouTube theme song for the real motivation why, the vast majority of people are on here. Pink Floyd, Money, every Friday, my Happy Friday weekend review roundup video. I ended it. Although I was tempted to go with the OJs. Money, 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 money. But the vote came in. I put out a poll. My 15, yes. 15, but I'm not bragging. Loyal, faithful, loving, trusting, devoted Uncle Brian groupies. Their voice was heard. They wanted Pink Floyd. I went with Pink Floyd, and guess what? I got hit with a copyright, you know. Oh, and then Sandy was thanking Uncle Sanford, I heard. You know, it's allowed him to help him build his channel. That's these guys. The only thing they build on here, or they're trying to build, is a fucking channel. Nothing of any fucking value or worth with a fucking vehicle. You know, I remember somebody told me one time, a long time ago. So yeah, Sanford even devoted a whole video teaching people how to build a YouTube channel to make money. Then how to market your products, t-shirts, hats, and shit like that. How to set up a merchandise page. uh, Still haven't had a cigarette yet, but a little lingering cough here and there. And Sandy was thanking Sanford. She said, well, you know, because of him, he told me that I need to diversify my channel and I need to deal in different areas, different things, try to gain as much interest from different interests with different types of people to get the most views to make the most money. What's he really done? Come to think of it. Last I heard, he's been dicking around with those Harley Dominators and I think for the longest time trying to get it dialed in. Then he's got an engine noise, this, that. You know, I do remember. I bet $4,500 for headers. And right after that, he races Sanford for $5,000 and loses. Yeah, like we all know the deal with that. You know, it's called staged, set up, choreographed, premeditated, predetermined for Sanford to win. Sanford had everything to lose. I mean, I have a hard time saying lose credibility. He's already lost all his fucking credibility, you know what I mean? Sandy had nothing to fucking prove, nothing to lose, so, you know, let Sanford win this way, you know. His pickle sniffers will cheer him on. He'll look like a hero. Oh, yeah, here you go. Here's the money, you know. Okay, camera's off, video's over. Okay, give me back my money. I can't afford to lose $5,000. I just spent $4,500 for headers and my wife is on my ass. We got bills here, you know what I'm saying? We got living expenses. I can't be throwing away money like this. And what I hear, he doesn't do shit with that truck either. That'll be another prop to sit around. To use to take pictures, to put on more fucking t-shirts. All these guys, man, I'm telling you. All these fucking guys. You know. But from what I see on here, and I've heard several people say the same thing. YouTube is polluted with junk. People doing anything and everything with a car that they don't do. A lot of claims, a lot of projects. Nobody's really living up to anything. It just goes beyond Sanford and, you know, Room 222, Ford LTD, and the rest of all these fucking jokers. It's not about any quality of anything. It's not of any educational value. They seem to be more concerned with developing a personality. You know, they want a following because they just like them. I guess it's safe to say some people could say the same thing about me. They just happen to like my personality, my attitude, what I talk about. Am I doing anything of any real value on here? Fuck no. I have no intention to. You know what I mean? I'm not exempt. But I'm not trying to make any fucking money off it. I'm not trying to find a way to get you hook, line, and sinker to start selling you Uncle Brian hats and t-shirts and socks. And bumper stickers, you know what I'm saying? I don't have an agenda or motive on here that's self-serving in any fucking way. Nothing I do on here will ever benefit me. It's not my motive, not my agenda. Their agenda is just to make fucking money any way they can. No matter how many bullshit claims they have to put out with projects, no matter how long they have to string people along, no matter how long they have to make excuses, no matter how long they have to keep throwing out distraction, deflection tactics to get people's minds off the fact that, hey, what happened to your project? What happened to your claim? Like Sanford. These other guys are doing the same shit. Their projects they put out, you know, see them today, they're gone tomorrow. Oh, I heard it, you know, I say something, you know. Sanford only drags people down to his level, his junk level. You know, like I said, you know, with Captain Kangaroo, his buddy there. I hear now he's riding around, he's doing a whole series of videos, riding around an old fucked up junky fucking station wagon. See how long he can keep it running. And if he can keep fixing it every time it breaks down, I guess this is a major fucking interest to a lot of people. Wow, he's got an old fucked up junkie station wagon.
In an email to Biden campaign
And
donors
he's
Saturday,
doing road
First
trips with
Lady
it.
Jill
See how
Biden
long it'll
said
stay
her
running.
husband is 81 and, quote, doing
Once again, a
more
lot of
miles an
stupid
hour
shit.
than most people
Cold
do every
starts.
day.
Guys
Well,
doing
other
their
news, the full Parttime
10-second
series of
burnout in
Earthquake
front of their
hit
fucking
Hawaii and
house.
Oahu, California on
You know what I
Friday
mean?
afternoon.
A lot of them
A
are not
frontal
very
wave hit
impressive.
southern parts of the
They got the
state.
hiccups, say the
It was
least, you
followed
know.
by a dozen
It's anything and
aftershocks.
everything.
Thankfully, no major damage or serious
Just hoping to
injuries
get
were
views to make
reported.
money.
But local
It's a fucking
seismologist
swamp on here.
Dr. Lucy Jones
A
says the
swamp by a lot
earthquake
of
could hit
guys
Hawaii
that
in the next couple days. Witnesses described what
have
they
grand
saw.
delusions. Oh yeah, that's right. Somebody told me that. Even when Sanford on his video, when he was showing his new digs in his new global storage shed, he was saying, yeah, you'd got too far away from, his roots and whatnot. And he was getting involved in too many projects. And he said he was getting delusional, thinking he'd be able to get to all these things.
Major earthquake hit Hawaii's Big Island less than
But he
2
should have
hours
realized
later.
that he would never be able to get to all his projects that he was putting out. I was delusional. I needed to take a step back and think about what I was doing. Yeah, at least he's admitting he's fucking nuts with his imagineering and his bullshit and his bragging and his ego and narcissism. Yeah, at least for once he admitted he's fucking delusional. A lot of us have been saying that for a long fucking time. Finally, that fucking light bulb went off in his fucking head and he couldn't admit it, But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of bullshit on here. So much shit on here. And it all comes down to one simple thing. People just trying to make money. I guess the job they have doesn't pay enough. I know in my day, when we did things with our cars, you didn't have enough money. For some of us guys, got a part-time job. I had a part-time job at one time. Worked weekends at a gas station. Pumping gas, and the owner wanted to keep it open on Sunday. But he didn't want to have to be there. Now, there was no mechanical work going on Sunday. The only thing was, inspection stickers and somebody come in with a flat tire to plug a fucking tire. You know what I mean? And he wanted his Sundays off. And Saturday was a real busy day. It was on a road that had a real heavy traffic flow. And he had a very good business going for a long time, along with service repair work. And I was friends with his son. And his son didn't want to do it. Him and his father had some issues. Anyway, he trusted me. He knew what I was doing with cars. He trusted me, And I worked there Saturdays and Sundays. Sundays I was there all by myself. I opened up the place, turned on electricity for the pumps to fire up, for the pumps out front, for the compressors. And people came in. If they had a flat tire, I fixed it. They came in for an inspection sticker. I put a sticker on their car, checked it out. And I pumped gas, because I needed the money. I wanted to do something over the winter. Over the winter is when we did things with our cars. They were off the road. Now's a chance to do what we wanted to do. That's when we'd swap out our cams, pull the heads, send them to machine shop, have them rework valve jobs, cut down, ported. That's when we did most of our shit in the winter because we knew we weren't going to be driving the cars. Because around here, I had a junker. I had a full beat the fuck Toyota Celica I bought for $200. I got through 8 fucking winters with that thing. Because around here also, snow, ice, and whatnot. Springtime, man, body shops here are real fucking busy. And there's no major collisions at times, just, little fender benders, people sliding into you, there's ice, black ice, this, that. We had nice looking cars. We wanted to keep them nice looking besides running good. So we'd take our cars off the road. Now there was no urgency to want to drive them. Now come the spring, the warm weather, now we want to drive our cars. We want to be street racing. We want to be going back up to New England Dragway. We want to be going back down Englishtown. That's the time that we don't want to be fucking with our cars and fucking with our cars. The only time we'd have to do that is if, blow a clutch, blow a rear end. Shit like that. Occasionally spin a bearing. You know what I mean? Shit, now I gotta pull. And by the way, my buddy, Mr. Ford LTD, room 222. I got that crank out of that thing. In the car. Sent it out. There are many people that have gone through an engine without removing it from the car. In case you're not aware of that. There were times we would work on it during the good weather, but we wanted to be driving. These guys don't drive, like I said, these guys don't drive their cars. They will never be driven. They will never be registered, insured, put on the road. I doubt many of them in just about, maybe, 47, 50, states, there's some sort of a state safety inspection along with emissions. And I know they're older cars. Here, I think if a car's more than 20 years old, you don't have to go through emissions. It's just brakes, you know, lights, directionals, horn, wipers, safety related, suspension, tires. You know what I mean? And so, and these cars wouldn't pass a basic state safety inspection. These cars are props. They're totally fucking useless props. Something to look at and point at and talk about. Wow, that's a cool car. Yeah? You think fucking junk is a cool car? Well, good for you. Good for you. I guess it must be nice you to have real low expectations on things. You never get disappointed.